Tim Malcolm and Luisa Beltran are no longer together. The shocking reason behind their single life split has been finally revealed. The shocking reason behind the bad breakup of 90 Day, the single life stars Tim Malcolm and Luisa Beltran, is finally being revealed. Tim is a 43-year-old man from Charlotte, North Carolina. He was first seen in 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 3 in which he dated Jennifer Terrazona. Tim had to fight accusations of being gay and transgender from fans who noticed his lack of physical attraction to Jennifer. Jennifer had questioned his sexuality in front of the cameras. Jennifer had even said that being with Tim felt like she had a girlfriend with her because of his feminine traits. However, after Tim didn't attempt to kiss her on their first night together in the same bed, Jennifer bluntly said that Tim may be gay. At the same time, Tim had been in a relationship with Veronica Rodriguez for almost a decade. Tim's presence in Veronica's life made her partners, such as Jamal Menzies, feel insecure and jealous. Meanwhile, Tim's new girlfriend Luisa has also commented on Tim's sexuality after he revealed they broke up. Tim and Veronica attended a singles event in Charlotte where Tim tried to meet new people he could date. He didn't get along with a woman named Rhonda, but as he walked away, he bumped into a familiar face, Luisa. Tim revealed that he had known Luisa for several years. They never got a chance to meet in person. Veronica joked that Tim had to find the one Colombian Latina woman in a bar full of Southern ladies. Tim called it a coincidence. Veronica reminded him that for the last 15 years, he had only dated Hispanic women. Tim had met Latina Veronica 15 years ago. Luisa told the cameras that she had met a new man at the same time she met Tim online, which is why they didn't get an opportunity to see each other offline. Tim asked Luisa what she did for fun. She says she liked some wine and a movie with some cuddling. Tim described Luisa as perfect and said she was out of his league. He suggested Luisa, and he could have some fun. It had been a long time since Tim had the feeling of being excited about meeting someone. He confessed that he found Latina women to be more feminine and that he loved their accent and culture. Tim took Luisa to play croquet. Luisa thought Tim was attractive. She'd fallen for his green eyes and loved the way he smelled. When Tim asked Luisa what her top things were to make sure she'd stay in a long-term relationship, Luisa admitted she was very affectionate. She expected Tim to kiss her all the time and do a lot of PDA. However, Tim claimed he was Southern and that he did things slowly. Tim was not the PDA kind of man that Luisa had always wanted. Tim liked to take things slowly in a relationship. He didn't want just another notch in the belt. Tim was looking for a sustainable, long-term relationship. Tim said he'd rather not have sex until he was sure he was interested in being with that person. Tim was rated 5/10 by Luisa after their first date. She hoped for Tim to take Spanish classes. Tim sensed Luisa, and he had some chemistry between them. Luisa was always the one getting close to him to initiate a romantic act or a kiss. Tim claimed he didn't understand the hints that Luisa was throwing at him. His awkwardness made Luisa certain that Tim was not interested in him. Tim said it was the right moment for him to kiss except for the fact that he'd just eaten. Tim wanted to brush and was scared Luisa would think he wasn't a good kisser. Luisa thought it was a really good kiss. Luisa knew what was to come next after the kiss, and Tim told the cameras that he wanted to be 100% sure that Luisa was on the same page as him for them to be happy. Tim looked like he didn't know what he wanted to be happy. Tim's reluctance to kiss and be intimate with Luisa makes fans wonder if Tim is straight. Tim saw how much Luisa wanted her to kiss him, but he made his hesitance known, probably hurting Luisa, who was too hopeful about the relationship to not accept it. Tim and Luisa's storyline will be addressed on 90 Day, The Single Life Tell All Part 4 in the coming week. Sean Robinson asks Luisa if she was definitely interested in Tim. Luisa admits she really liked him, but they never had a physical relationship because Tim was never available for her. Luisa reveals that Tim used to make excuses about being sick all the time. Luisa mentioned his back, his mouth, his jaw. Luisa then added that she thought her friends were right when they told her Tim was not into her or any woman. When Sean asked Luisa what she meant by that, Luisa turned to Tim and said, "I really think that you are gay." Luisa was sassy during the reunion. She left no stone unturned to throw shade at both Veronica and Tim. Jamal mentioned how he was surprised to see Veronica and Tim sitting next to each other when they were talking ill behind each other's backs too. Jamal and Luisa. Luisa accused Tim and Veronica of pretending to be best friends. Tim informed Jamal that nothing he said was going to be considered a fact. Tim noticed the snarky way in which Jamal had called him a sweetheart to imply that he was gay. Tim was offended by the strange term he'd said to a man like Tim. He asked Jamal, "Do you want to me?" Luisa quipped, "You wish," not once but twice, lending her support to Jamal, who was trying to prove that her ex-boyfriend was attracted to men. Moreover, Luisa claimed a drunk Veronica had once bashed Jamal for not having a job during a time they went out for a girls' night. Luisa and Jamal were brought on set together for them to confront Tim and Veronica, who were already sitting next to each other on a single couch. Luisa seemed to be getting anxious backstage, but she had Jamal to comfort her. Jamal assured Luisa that no matter what happened, he had her back. The preview for Tell All Part 4 also shows Debbie calling Luisa a knockout and saying Jamal is a good-looking man during a conversation with her co-stars. Debbie is trying to play Cupid, but it looks like sparks have already flown between Luisa and Jamal. Jamal is shown asking Luisa if she thinks he is handsome. "Yes, you're hot," Luisa replies as she blushes, and the jealousy on Veronica's face says it all as Jamal hoots in agreement. Meanwhile, Chantal is talking to the 90-day, the single life cast backstage as she tells them something. She tells them to not tell anyone that they heard it from her. Chantal says that it's probably nothing, but she saw Luisa and Jamal out in the restaurant of the hotel. Chantal is suggesting that Luisa and Jamal were out on a date after dumping their respective partners.